Buddy? Huh? What are you doing out there? Come on over here. What are you talking about? Go get some breakfast. You better go get some breakfast. What? Come on over here. Come on over here. You okay? Daddy was talking to you? Oh, he flew away. Change out here. I was going to try and sneak a new line set over the ceiling, but it looks like a nightmare. So I'm just going to reuse this. We'll flush it. And condensers right out here. You want to work out here today or in the house? Alright, we're going to flush it. Oh, you trying to get electrocuted?
Me?
Uh-huh.
Pretty close. You do a flush?
Yeah, we'll do a flush.
I'm not turning the lights out.
Well, just a little bit. Yeah, tuck it back into that corner and clean it up down here and point it right into the unit. Yeah, that's kind of a mess. Here we go. 2 AC day underway here. It's at a little townhome right now. And then we're going to do a 3-ton this afternoon. My rail's mounted. Always give it a little breathing room between the heat exchanger and the coil. If I had the height. We got our end coil. So you don't want to restrict any of this little opening here. I'm going to keep that coil all the way to the right as far as I can so these aren't bumping up against the left side of the plenum. So I just make a little rail. Once the back is mounted and level, I take my rails and set them on the back and either screw it down. Don't have room to do that here, so I'll probably just pop a screw out the side and then pitch this slightly to the front and screw it, and then do the left side. But don't screw this corner until you get the front on, and then you can pitch it to the drain over here. Make sure the front's pitching to the left and the left is pitching to the front without restricting either of these holes with your shelf if you got an end coil. A coils are easier because you got a wider thing all the way around. Things mounted here. A little bit of a pitch over there. And the back is leveled. We mounted the back first, then the side with a little bit of pitch. Hopefully. And then the front. We put these two together, and I was holding it here as I raised it up and down. And then I screwed that one in. Now my last screw will be right down through here. Make sure all your little tubing cap tubes are not rubbing or rattling in here. That's not good right there. That could be a problem. Just pull them out. Get them away from each other. And then make sure you got your airflow under here. That looks perfect. Everything's pitched to the drain. None of this is hitting. This won't touch the front. If it did, we'd put foam tape there. Looks good. I'm gonna cut this door out. I got a new door I made right here. Transfer holes or use that plate. Usually use this to trace those holes. That one. Little one I kind of just measure because I kind of bent it to where I want it to keep everything good there. So I'll just use these 2 holes, measure up, find the center of that hole, and use this for a pattern for the suction line and the drain. Everything's all soldered up here. He's hopefully pressure testing. Just gonna pop my drain line in there, seal up these holes, put the chimney back in. We got a 30 amp AC breaker in here. Double 1/2 inch GE. We got max 20 on our unit, so we'll go down to a 20. Checking her out. Subcooling, 10 degrees. We got our new insulation on that line set, UV protection. Gonna have our locking caps. We actually had fuses here at the disconnect, so we didn't need to change that breaker, but whatever. We just got to our second job, ate lunch. Corey's reclaiming the air conditioner. Apparently I got corona, coughing. But we're gonna get our second job done here and go work on the boat. Yeah, I got my existing pan here. Just got the old A coil out. Let's see what that heat exchanger looks like. I don't see any leaks or rust spots down there. So obviously my end coil, I'm going to shorten up this side. Probably move that rail over, and then I'll just move it up. Screw it in about right there. Get some height, just like this morning. Rail, made it wider so it'll reach the plenum for screws, and then I've cut my hole perfectly for me to keep my coil on the right side. This thing's not quite square, but that way these won't be bumping against the sheet metal, and they'll be good. Okay, we got a 80,000 furnace with a 4-ton drive, and we're putting in a 3-ton air conditioner. They've got this on 4 tons of air here, so I'm just gonna take that off and use the yellow one for cool. And that's going to be medium high or medium low, I'm not sure which, but whatever it is better than high. And we'll see what our suction pressure looks like. As long as we're not low on that, we'll just leave her where she's at. Got the line set stubbed in. Corey's getting ready to solder out there. And then I'll strap that up and fit it in here and do my solder. And I got the sheet metal all buttoned up. I don't want to put any screws in there with all them little cap tubes, so I just taped it. Yeah, you want to make sure you're not moving more air than you need to in cooling, because the slower you can move the air across this indoor coil, the more humidity you're going to be able to grab and just squeeze out of the air that's moving across that coil. And the air will be cooler coming out of the vents the slower it's moving across the coil. You move it too slow, you won't have enough suction pressure, and you're going to get freezing up with not enough heat load there. So there's a fine line, but you definitely don't want it on high when you get a 3-ton air conditioner and a 4-ton drive, which is how it comes shipped from the factory. And most new house guys don't touch them. They're just out here slamming ductwork in. So yeah, you gotta look at your stuff, fine tune. Much wrapped up here, waiting on Corey to bring me a drain fitting so I can be done. And line set tucked right in there nicely. Dialing her in. Boy, she looks nice too.
Huh?
Yeah. Turtles on a log back here. We got a baby and a couple of bigger ones. Let's check that out. They'll jump if we get too close.
I was down there and they didn't jump.
Really?
Where's the... Oh, that one did.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, but that guy's been on there for a while.
Maybe he's dead. Oh, he went.
Oh, well, I got this close.
Yeah, they're skittish.
Huh?
They're skittish. I thought that little twig sticking up right there,
Turtle?
yeah, was a baby turtle. This is a nice little pond here. I wonder who stocked it with what bass.
You think there's bass in here?
Yeah. Come on, you can't tell me one of these neighbors didn't go ahead and throw a few illegal bass in here. And then he's running his bubbler all winter. There's Mama Robin. Unbelievable evening. I don't know if I can get myself to really be okay with selling this place. It's just a thing. It means nothing. Sure is nice up here though. Definitely gonna catch a fish tonight. I haven't caught one off this dock for a couple years. 3, 4, 5 years. Gonna go get him right now.